Beginning in the late 1930s, led by Thurgood Marshall and Charles Houston, the NAACP began to use the court system to challenge segregation, chipping away at Jim Crow laws and de jure segregation. One of the most iconic court cases through which the civil rights movement gained momentum would be the Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka, whose verdict deemed 1896 Plessy versus Ferguson's separate but equal ruling inherently unequal, pushing for desegregation of schools in the U.S., a milestone in the fight for civil rights.
The Congress of Racial Equality, or CORE, is a civil rights organization that plays a crucial role in the rise of the civil rights movement. They were founded in 1942 and are best known for the Freedom Rides, where both black and white men were sent on a trip throughout the southern states. Once the riders reached the deep south, they were met with extreme violence. This increased awareness of northern racial violence, and CORE was met with a lot of support. SNCC, or the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, was the most famous for its organization of nonviolent sit-ins. The sit-in started in North Carolina in February of 1960. SNCC gained a lot of popularity in the North as the sit-ins spread in the southern states, such as Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Arkansas. John Lewis and Stokely Carmichael were important members of the organization as they promoted ideals of Black power and encouraged nonviolence.
The SCLC, led by Martin Luther King, pushed for peaceful protest and civil disobedience in the face of racial justice. Under his leadership, the civil rights movement attracted a lot of media attention through Project Confrontation, which put the African Americans' fight for civil rights on both national and international media. The decline of civil rights movement began following the death of MLK, a figurehead of the movement, which sparked protests and riots across America as more and more people turned to the growing Black militant movement.
Malcolm X was a Black civil rights activist who preached Black pride as well as anti-white, anti-Semitic, and anti-women sentiments during his lifetime. However, Malcolm X was constantly changing his philosophies and beliefs towards the end of his life. He created the Organization of Afro-American Unity, which was dedicated to human rights instead of strictly civil rights. Between his autobiography written by Alex Haley, a writer, and his assassination, Malcolm X's legacy proliferated through the Black community, and he became a figurehead for civil rights in the North. The Black Panther Party was formed in 1966 by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale in Oakland, California. Like Malcolm X, the Black Panther Party preached Black power and unity and incited potential violence in its rise of Black militancy by carrying guns and mocking policemen in their independent newspaper. Also, the Black Panther Party was focused on fighting de facto segregation in the North and advocated against police brutality, which all in all appealed to disadvantaged Black youths. However, unlike Malcolm X's early ideologies, the Black Panther Party was anti-racist, not anti-white. The Black militancy that Malcolm X and the Black Panther Party promoted further divided the civil rights movements between violence and nonviolence. However, these parties provided a voice for African Americans in the North who felt underrepresented by civil rights groups and leaders in the South who primarily fought against de jure segregation instead of de facto segregation issues like police brutality.